Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. This is the Spencer Arms Halloween special beer chat. Will it be a 10 out of 10? I don't know. I don't score beers. That's why I don't sort of like use the word review so much, because I don't score beers unless they are a 10 out of 10. Now, so I spoke to the Harborough stores at Market Harborough, the bottle shop, and Harborough Stores and Bottle Shop, and I says, mate, I want a Halloween beer. What have you got? He went, well, I've not really got a Halloween beer. He said, but what I have got some world exclusive beer in here from the Equilibrium Brewery over in New York. That happens to be Ghost in the Laboratory. So, apparently, from what I can just sort of see, it's something about Ghost in the Machine beer. I don't know nothing about that. I really do not know, but I just know Ghost in the Machine. From what I've searched, I thought, what's Ghost in beer? Is there a Ghost hop? I don't know. It's Ghost in the Laboratory. These brew beer by science, so that's what they say. Beer balanced by science. Now, if you look on their web, I'm not going to go too much into these. You can look on their website and you can find some information. It's a long list of information, but the basic sort of like description, what they do is they found a way to, by science, to make the water absolutely clean. Their initial setup was to make clean, pure water for various cities, countries, whatever. I think Vietnam was on one there, whatever. I just had a quick look. And then they thought, with making this pure, clean water and their love of craft beer, let's put some into the water. And then from there, their premise is to brew the best beer in the world. We are going to crack open this Equilibrium Ghost in the Laboratory Double Indian Pale Ale. So yes, so I think the Ghost in the Machine is a double Indian sort of pale ale, from what I can get. It's 8.5% alcohol by volume. Beer balanced by science. It is 803, and yes. So let's crack this. But hopefully we won't release the ghost. Get on with let's get on with this. Getting this beer into a glass. I'm using this glass. I could use a bigger glass or a different glass. I love these glasses because what these glasses do for me, they allow me to not quite get all the can in case there's some crap in the bottom of the can. Well, when I say crap, goodness, yeasty goodness or any goodness, oaty goodness or anything that might be in there that's adding body or anything to the flavour to the beer. And also it gives a chance for I like how the bottom of this bit warms up a little bit when I hold it, and that the last little bit you get any kind of real sweety malt flavours. I like these glasses. They do me good. Now this is jumping out the can very thick. Look at the head already developing. Let's be careful how this develops here. We don't want to go over the top. Stop, 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 stop. Ooh, thank you so much. Yeah, when you know, the beer looked like it was going to overflow and I told it to stop and it stopped. Look at the beer in the glass. That now, 8.5, I must admit, before I came down here, I said to Janie, I said, right, I'm going down to do the Halloween beer review. It's a 10.5%. And I've got two that I'm going to look at, and I know the other one's quite strong. So yeah, I might. But anyway, but it's only 8.5, so way bang on. Look at that. So that is very, very hazy, isn't it? Very hazy. Absolutely impossible to see anything through that. These glasses give it like a different, sort of like a change of colour. You know, it's like the beer. You've got different types, level of colour in the beer. Very, very beautiful, very soft. Look at that. That head in the top doesn't even move with the beer. That is a thick, complete, snowy white head. I get the feeling. So this is a double, right, so we are double Indian Pale Ale. So how hoppy, how mad are the hops of this going to be? Excuse me. Now, that's a really quite nice, fresh, hoppy smell. I thought that was going to be a hell of a lot more danky. I literally thought this, when I poured it in, was going to be really danky. I thought it was going to fill the room like... I actually had a beer last night. I posted it on Instagram. I was very dank. It was full. And then Janie was sat a few feet away from me. She went, "Whoa, I can smell that when I poured it." That has got a very nice tropical, fruity smell. It's quite earthy as well, that is. Quite like what I say about earthy. I never get that fresh grass smell. I always get that light dirt smell, if you know what I mean. It's like if you're laying on the grass, it's not been cut, it's had a little bit of sunshine on it, and you're laying there and you can smell it. It's not that fresh grass. There's definitely an earthiness about that. Right, that head ain't going nowhere. I mean, look at that. That's hardly dissipated at all. I know a lot of it is it's down, obviously down to the beer, but it's down to the cleanliness of the glass. You know, I do a beer clean glass all the time. And yeah, let's get into this. 8.5% Ghost in the Spencer Arms, maybe, laboratory. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, God, that's good. Oh, oh my God. Right, bear with. I just need a little bit more. Oh, that's like a fruity smoothie. That is smooth. That is it might take a while for me to get this, but oh, what? That's got a tingle. It's got a really nice, oh, that gets right at the back. They're hitting right at the back of my taste buds on my tongue. Really like, it's like almost like how a West Coast IPA, it sucks your cheeks in a little bit. This is a little bit different. It's giving that same, I mean, God, I'm salivating, but it doesn't really, at the minute, it doesn't taste dry at all. It's really not sweet. If it was sweet, I'd go, oh, that's a sweet beer. I don't like sweet beers, unnaturally sweet beers. But it's really, really quite sweet. It's almost like when you had, so spare those analogies, oh my God, Janie laughs at me. But yeah, it's almost like when you've had that, when you've had, oh, like a sour sweet. It's almost got a slight, tiny little sourness about it. Like one of them sweets that you put in your mouth, and it's got like the fizzy sweet where you suck it, and it's a bit tarty, you know. Crikey, I tell you what, if you looked at that, you'd think it was a picture because it doesn't move, this white head. Oh. Oh, that's very, very good. It really is milkshaky. That's well, not so much. It is like a milkiness. Makes me wonder if they've put some like the lactose in there. But what is there? There's something there. There is a milkiness, but it's also smooth, like, you know, from, I don't know, yeast or. Now the other day, when the beer had a real smoothness, there was oats in there, and I keep forgetting that they put oats in beer, which gives it really nice mouthfeel. But that is it doesn't really feel like the smoothness of oats as such. It's like there's a sourness within the sweetness, if you know what I mean. And it really does. It really is sitting at the back of my tongue, playing with my mind as to what it is. It is full of all different types of fruit, like really, really tropical. It is starting to, the dryness isn't, The dryness isn't at the front of my mouth where I can control it. The dryness is at the back. It's not so much making me form saliva, it's making me swallow all the while. It's like the saliva's forming at the back of my mouth because it's dry. And yeah, it's made, oh, great. Oh my God. I'll tell you what, like, I'm 53 years old and I get excited at two things with beer. I get excited when there's yeast or bits of flake of anything, hop, anything that's in this beer that it doesn't say anything on the can about it being unfiltered or anything or whatever. So yeah, it's like, I love it. I get so excited when you get the bits in there, and also when you get any kind of yeasty thing that makes it look like a lava lamp. The beer is that thick. You can see the carbonation bubbles rising up to form the head. Can you just see them? And but it's that thick that it's hard to see them. You see them a little bit, but yeah. Oh, so if you've watched any of my videos before, you'll see that I like it when there's the lava lamp effect, where you chuck the last bit into the glass and you see it change as the yeast or whatever floats down. This is too thick and too opaque, hazy, like too obscured to like to be able to see through it. And what's going to be great about this is that last bit. That last bit's going to be amazing. Oh, and that smash. Oh, it went down the wrong hole a little bit then. Excuse me. That hit that you get at the back of the tongue, which gives them, there's a different fruity flavour in there that I've not really tasted before. You got all them normal tropical fruits in there, all, you know, all of them. Now, I'm not even going to talk. I'm not going to stand there and go pineapple, whatever, orangey. Ah, yes, now, yeah. I wouldn't really put on, but yes. Yes, now that, getting a real twang, yeah, there is, now I've just said orange, just as a laugh for saying, oh, pineapple, mango, orange, all that. I don't pick them out as an individual. I'm not good enough to do that, but I've just got there, yes. And now it's the oranges are so different in that you can have so many different types of oranges. Some are sweet, some are a bit like, some, you know, and like same with grapefruits. Now there is something that's sitting on the back of the tongue, and it's like quite, I think it is like the orange, like quite a bittery, orangey sort of like zing. Yes, that is what it is. Now, since I've been drinking this beer, the actual nose gets a little less because, you know, you've got the taste buds going, everything's like working. I can't believe how much saliva this is making, but yet it doesn't feel that dry. It's really sweet. But I don't mean sweet, it's really moorish, it's really smooth, it's really got a very soft mouthfeel. It's really, yeah, I can't even say it's malty sweet. I can't get any, there's too many hops going on, there's too much hops. There's some big chunks in there. Oh God, I'm drinking this a bit too fast. I'm going to be absolutely not hammered. But like, yeah, I mean, look at it. Look how soft that is. Now, he did say to me at the Harborough Stores bottle shop, you know, this is from probably one of the best breweries in the world. Equilibrium Brewery in New York. Making the best beers in the world, as they say, through science. And I think their science of sorting the water out. Now, I do believe there's a lot of breweries in this country. I'm just trying to think I've got to think who it is. Is it Brew York? there's so many breweries that we looked at and we research and we look into, but there is one I think a lot of people have learnt, and I'm sure it's Brew York, is it? Oh, correct me if I'm wrong. I've watched these two guys, and they have said that they have developed a way of basically making the water like flatlined, and then they can do whatever they want with the water for different styles of beers. Because let's face it, beer is 90% water, isn't it? So like, they can do whatever they want. So I'm sure I'll have to have a look into that. But anyway, I'm sure you guys will probably, tell me if you know. Tell me in the comments. So it seems that these are doing the same. They're just making clean water. It seems as if from the start, I will have a read of it. It's too much information, but it just seems as if the start that their whole purpose was to make fresh, clean water for places that needed fresh, clean water. So they probably put danky, horrible, crappy, horrible water, and just made it pure, and then that's that. And then they've gone from there to make beer, and then they can do whatever they use science to make the water do whatever they want it to do. The softness of this is coming from something other than the water. It's coming from like the yeast or anything, the lactose for the milky taste, and and if I am going to say, just because of the thickness of that and how it is, and learning that, or remembering and that oats go into beer, that there's probably, I can get a smoothness from that. And you do get any beers that are really, really soft and smooth, you probably do get that, like a ready break type of oats, not anything really coarse. I'm not glowing or anything like that. Yeah, the smoothness. Now, whatever's floating in that isn't mixing in that well, so could be bits of hops. Oh, it feels like a fruity, milky, sweet. It is very sweet, but it's not, if you get me. That sounds ridiculous. I know it does. It's a fruit sweet, but it's like one of those silky fruits, like a melt in your mouth through, like a watermelon-y. Watermelon doesn't give you too much sweetness, but if you get the nice red watermelon and you suck that, how it melts in your mouth. It's not coming from anything you've got to chew. Something that melt like a watermelon that melts in your mouth when you suck it. That's how that is. You've got all them sort of nice juicy fruits that I've said about other beers. Now, there is so much junk in the bottom of this, you can't even see it until I have a sip of it, and then it goes. There is literally big chunks in here, which I'm so excited about. Can you see? There we go. Look at them. Right, let's swirl it round. Look at them floating around. Look at that. Oh, it's like the blooming waltzers, isn't it? Look at that. Now, I think most craft beer lovers, when we used to pour a beer and it says like, pour slowly, leave the sediment in the glass, it's like, oh my God. I don't know about you guys, but I've actually done that. I've actually poured the beer in slowly. But now, no. I'm just trying to think. There was a New Zealand birthday beer I did. Check that out on the video. And the last bit, I swirled the yeast round and it was like a caramel toffee. It was absolutely outrageously good. Anyway, right, this we're up to quite a long video now, but I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'm going to probably edit this so I can just take my time with this and cut the little bits of chat in. Now, this is an absolutely outrageously good beer. It really is. It really is. I literally can't. There's nothing. But it is a double. It's a double Indian Pale Ale at 8.5%, right? Now, so it is a different beer to the other beers that I've given a 10 out of 10. I think the only beers I've given 10 out of 10 are from the Hackney Church Brewery, I'm sure of it. But for different reasons, this beer hasn't wowed me, but it's really wooed me. It's really like, whoa. It's good. It's good. And the bitterness is very, very, very clever because it's not that bitter. But any bitterness is right at the back of your tongue, and it's almost making the saliva ducts work there, and just you need to just swallow them because they're just blocking your mouth. I love it. I mean, a pale ale is not meant, or a New England IPA is not. It's not meant to be overly bitter, is it really? Excuse me. Not like, well, I'd say a West Coast wants to have a little bit of bitterness to it, but not a lot. But you get a lot of that from it feels it, doesn't it, when you suck it in the dryness and things. But these want to be really tropically and everything, but there is a bitterness there that I really like. And I do like a beer when it's really bitter and it like really dries your mouth and you want to sip, and then you get the freshness. This is doing a great job because it really, really, really is doing a very high level of bitterness without being bitter. It's right subtly at the back, and it's creating a juicy, juicy mouthfeel. With that, just a little bit of tartiness at the back. Right, okay, so thank you to the Harborough stores and bottle shop in Market Harborough. I'll put their details in the description for this not so Halloween beer, but Ghost in the Laboratory. Yeah, it's got a theme. Look at it. It's good enough for a Halloween beer, but my goodness me, that do I give it a Spenno 10 out of 10? Oh God, I really don't know. I always think to myself, if you've got any doubt, you shouldn't. And crikey, I mean that was really, really, really good, really good. Oh, do you know what? I can't do it. It's got to come from the heart. It's got to come from what I've experienced. That's literally just. I mean, these guys will probably turn around and say, "You ain't got a clue, pal. We've put our heart and soul into that." But there's there's hundreds of breweries. But I'm not even going to say like how far. It's just literally just not made what I would say, in my opinion, is a Spenno 10 out of 10. But I tell you what, it literally was. It was right there. It's just my heart and my head thinking, because there's other beers that I've had 10 out of 10 that I'm like, they've absolutely blew my socks off. That was really good, really good. But it just didn't quite make that. But my God, what a fantastic beer. What a great brewery. I've got one more of them beers because they obviously only come very rarely. I don't think you can order them yourself. I think you've got to have a little bit of insight to get these. I'm not sure. Tell me if I'm wrong. You might be able to order them off the website, but I doubt it. So anyway, thanks to Harborough Stores and Bottle Shop in Market Harborough for getting me this. And thanks to the Equilibrium Brewery for producing an absolutely outrageously fantastic double Indian Pale Ale with some flavours in there that I still can't I'd have to drink 20 of them to get all the flavour. I'm sure there's absolutely hundreds of flavours and aromas in there. Look at the glass. The glass is completely like full of, right from top to bottom, it's got remnants of that beer all over it. And also, a huge thank you to all the subscribers. We're up to 230 now. I think it wasn't long ago that I was doing a celebration for 230 subscribers. So thank you to everybody that's tuned in. Thank you to everybody for putting up with my waffle. And yeah, just take care, stay safe, enjoy the beer, and just keep smiling and laughing and joking. And don't catch COVID, because, like, seriously, this one is a bad one. I've had it 3 times, but this one is like the cough won't frigging well go. Anyway, yeah, stay safe, everybody. Lots of love, Spenno.